Itachi Uchiha is a man who did self-sacrifice. He did everything he could to protect that one person and his whole family that was innocent and did not deserve to die. That person is Sasuke Uchiha. Itachi is very relatable for many people who have loved ones that they love and truly want to protect for, and they would do anything to make sure that person is cared for. Lying to someone their whole life just to protect them as well. Every family has its secrets. You never know. But Itachi's point of view on life started when he was 7 years old. He was introduced to war at a young age. Itachi did not like the desires of war and conflict. He was a pacifist person. Itachi loved his little brother Sasuke. He showed him great kindness. His father looked up to his son like a king. Itachi was a special child to their family. But the day when the Nine-Tails attacked the village, the whole Uchiha clan was blamed for it, because the legend of Madara Uchiha, who fought with the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, he had the ability to control the Nine-Tails at will with his Arcuor powers, and the Hidden Leaf Elders were concerned the Uchiha clan was behind it all. Over the years after, the Uchiha would be under surveillance and watched for a while. They even had the whole clan to be moved further away from where they originally were in the village. The Uchiha clan eventually started to have meetings about how they were being treated. For any new information about the village itself, the elders of the Leaf eventually knew what was going on. Itachi Uchiha and Shisui Uchiha acted to be spies for their own clan. Itachi and Shisui were the only ones who didn't agree with what their clan was planning. They were both spies giving them information and checking up with their own clan. Fugaku, the Uchiha leader. Shisui and Itachi were built different. They did not agree with the terms of the directions that the clan was going in. They were trying to do whatever they could to make peace happen. And what I love about the situation, everyone is treated as being a human being. You can't solve everything with power. They were going by terms of respect, judgment, understanding, and peacemaking. You can't solve everything with power. That's just not how it works. Itachi didn't even have his Mangekyo Sharingan unlocked yet, and everything up to this point was getting worse. Naruto characters were people after all. Time was running out and things turned into a much more difficult situation. Shisui suggested to use his Akatsuki Masakami on Fugaku, but Danzo did not agree with that idea. He fears Shisui will use the jutsu on him as well, so Danzo took his right eye. After he met with Itachi, Shisui gave Itachi his left eye and hoped for the best for him. Shisui committed suicide and fell into the river. Itachi finally awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan from the loss of his best friend and somebody he looked up to as an older brother. Things just kept getting worse after that. The Uchiha clan finally decided to plan a coup d'etat. Their destruction of the Hidden Leaf Village. The Uchiha clan has had enough with how the village has been treating them for this long. They moved them further away from where they used to live, they put everyone under surveillance, and they blamed them for the Nine-Tails attack. Now, to be fair, the elders did have a good point to suspect that the Uchiha were behind the attack. They just don't have proof of which Uchiha did that. Also, to mention, nobody who was an Uchiha died that night during the Nine-Tails incident, which made things even more strange. And to be fair, that is a good call for them. The elders could have had a private conversation with Fugaku and handled this differently. The third Hokage was trying to use words than violence, but apparently that didn't work either. In my honest opinion, Hiruzen didn't even try as hard as he should have. Eventually the elders came to an agreement. Danzo then gave Itachi two options. Fight alongside your clan with the coup d'etat and die with them, or annihilate your whole clan to prevent the whole war itself, and your request to not kill your younger brother Sasuke, who doesn't know anything at all. He will be saved and taken care of. The choice is yours. But just know, if your brother Sasuke grows up to know the truth, and hatred is on his mind, he has to die unfortunately too. Itachi said to Danzo, "Is that a threat?" And Danzo then said, "No, I'm giving you a choice." And obviously Itachi chose what he could to spare his little brother. He annihilated his whole clan to kill them all. He made a deal with Obito. "I'll let you take your vendetta on the clan, but in return, you can't kill my little brother. He is off limits, and you stay away from the Leaf Village." That was the deal between them. Itachi's hardest part on this mission is when he had to kill his own parents. Both his mother and father understood and respected his decision. Fugaku told Itachi, "Compared to your pain, pain, ours will be over in an instant. Your pain is just starting. Just know that you are truly a kind child, and I am proud of you. Please take care of Sasuke." Itachi said, "I will," while crying. This moment was one of the most depressing scenes in all of Naruto, if you ask me. Sasuke walked in and Itachi instantly acted in character, being a cold killer to his own clan. Itachi followed up with the third Hokage. Hiruzen felt guilty that he turned him into a criminal, but it was part of the mission to keep Sasuke safe. Hiruzen asked, "Where will you go now?" Itachi said, "I found an organization to be with, the Akatsuki." Itachi joined the Akatsuki for two reasons. One, he needed a place to be around, to lay low, or he would be running away for the rest of his life from the hidden villages. He is a wanted man. He is an international criminal. One of the benefits of being in the Akatsuki, as long as you fulfill their wishes, your missions, the organization will be your home and everyone will protect you. The second reason why Itachi joined was to be a spy to make sure the Hidden Leaf Village would not be endangered. Sometimes I wonder if Itachi was still alive, and once he found out Pain was going to take down the Hidden Leaf Village, would Itachi be okay with that, or would he fight Pain? Sasuke had already left the village by that point, so I don't know. What Obito was worried about, Itachi would also blow his cover as well. Obito already knew why he was in the organization to begin with, but no one else knew. So Obito was worried that the village would be off limits completely unless Itachi is dead, or something else would have happened. But since Itachi did die, and they were able to proceed to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village and to capture Naruto. That is what was going on. But now moving on, Itachi had to carry out missions for the Akatsuki. If he wanted to remain a cool profile, Itachi probably had to do evil things he wished he never did. It's sad we never got that perspective on the character, but because Itachi hates violence, I mean, the dude literally was crying after the effect took its place, that he had to kill his parents. And now Itachi has to keep killing people for the sake of being in an organization he doesn't even want to be in to begin with? Like, Itachi was literally okay with Kasame wanting to cut off 13-year-old Naruto's legs off. Damn, Itachi is hell of an actor, but there's nothing he could have done. Itachi's cool would have been blown if he defended Naruto instead of letting Kasame carry out the job. So I can imagine the pain Itachi had to go through acting in character for the organization over and over again, because really, Itachi is not okay with any of this. He's not that kind of person. But going back into the character of Itachi, 5 years later, Sasuke challenged Itachi, and Itachi beat the hell out of Sasuke to remind him what he's fighting for. Itachi wanted Sasuke to kill him out of respect, to be the hero of the clan, the savior of the Uchiha. Sasuke's whole character arc was a lie. Itachi created Heavy Sasuke, a man who abandoned his village and friends, and even tried to kill his best friend to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan that Itachi told him to do. Right before Itachi left Sasuke alone that night, 3 years later, Sasuke eventually got his revenge, and Itachi let him win, and gave him his new Sharingan powers for Sasuke as a goodbye gift, hoping everything will be okay after I'm gone. Sasuke's new Sharingan powers was supposed to kill Obito when they made eye contact, so the sad truth of Itachi would be in the dark forever. Sasuke eventually learns the truth of Itachi Uchiha from Obito because Itachi's plan failed. Sasuke had a realistic breakdown because of it. He learns that Itachi did everything in his power to protect him, and Itachi truly did love Sasuke after all. And after that, the presence of Itachi was gone forever. Itachi died with a smile on his face, telling Sasuke, "I'm sorry, but this is it." Let me also mention the way that Itachi killed his lover, Izumi, with that genjutsu that was only a second, but to her, Itachi gave a whole love story between them both. She said thank you right before she died of that experience that only lasted for a short second. Man, that would have been depressing if the anime treated Naruto correctly. I really love Itachi. He's one of my favorites in Naruto. He's not the favorite character for me. Obviously, that title goes to Pain, but I respect Itachi completely, and his legacy is very loved, respected. A lot of people can relate and get behind the character and the emotions of everything Itachi has done. It really is heartbreaking of what Itachi went through. Power is not everything. You can't solve everything with power. You always have to sometimes solve things realistically and how to exchange the right words and meeting so peace can maintain an order. Power can't solve everything. Now, as the final moment for Itachi Uchiha is when he told Sasuke, "I will love you always, no matter what you do from here on out. I will love you always." It was a very touching and sad meeting that no matter what Sasuke does in the future, he's always going to love him equally as a brother. And it's sad, but it was a great way to end off Itachi. I would have rather him be dead to respect his legacy, but this is still a moment. I think everything else that came before Itachi's character was superior, but it's whatever. But I think we should just be grateful that Itachi was able to say goodbye to Sasuke one final time, and this time he was able to show him the absolute truth of his flashbacks of memory, and it became a more of an understanding of the pain that Itachi truly went through. But this has been the legacy of Itachi Uchiha. Let me know what you think. I am DLX, subscribe if you want, and stay ninja way to have a good night. Bye.